Yeah, in a survival situation. He's big enough to make a good fish taco if I'm hungry. Ah, I'm good. Fish is good. Thanks for stopping in, Amber Rice. Evan Leah, thank you too for stopping by. How are you? Well, thank you. Likewise. Ah, okay. Evan Lua, is that I'm supposed to pronounce it? I apologize for the mix-up. I'm an uncultured American after all. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He can be a bit of a dick sometimes. He's an Oscar, so he's got a personality, to put it lightly. Prop that fucker right there. No, no. I had a friend who had an alligator, but in my state, which is New York, it's illegal without like the proper permits, like in a lot of the country, and I'm sure other places. But yeah, I don't have a crocodile. I don't think my wife would let me get one. I don't think she would let me get a fucking tegu lizard, let alone a crocodile. But I got three ball pythons, three fish tanks. Hey, Wingstar, how are you, sweetie? Um, I don't know. Come in a few times. But I've known Windstars for years at this point. But everybody comes because they like the fish. I'm tolerated. Ah, you gotta say something so I know you're bud. Yeah, he's been pretty no, he'll get I'd say at least 12 to 14 inches. Some Oscars get well, they can get 18, but I think the biggest one in a fish tank was like 16 inches. But he should get at least 12 inches, 14 probably. I'm not disappointed if he stays smaller, or he doesn't get any bigger than that. Hi Trisha. Son of a bitch. Yeah, there's the star of the show. Yeah, we're looking at you, dude. Yeah, that'd inflate his ego like anything or nothing else. Then I'll have to start hawking fucking Pigpen hoodies and t-shirts. I'd have to do the first one would have to be a cartoon and make it him in a cloud of dust like the Charlie Brown character that I named him after. I will say this week's water change and vacuum wasn't half as bad as normal. So he's been eating more of his food than wasting it. Or maybe the catfish are stepping it up, because I noticed they're all getting pretty big now too. The fucking little bit that they're out. I don't know if I can. Well, that one and that one. The third one. There's one under there. You can see his body and tail. And there's another one under here. And I'm assuming the third and biggest one is under there, but it's too dark to see under there. I misplaced the flashlight. Yeah, he keeps pulling down all the plant material. I try to keep this out of the water, but it doesn't work. He's literally jumped up and came like 3 inches out of the water to grab it and pull it back down. Every day there's leaves and bundles of torn off roots on the bottom of the tank. So I think he tries to keep it so he's got some cover over here. When I try to give him stuff, he moves it. Like I tried to put these over here the other day, and he moved them back this way. So I tried to keep him around the rock again. I tried to feed him shrimp again the other day, but he didn't want it. He likes the dry frozen ones. Yeah. Okay. But he doesn't like the shrimp we eat. Not anymore. That's how he got so big initially, is because he ate everything I put in there. I was going to try some of that imitation crab meat, but there's too many preservatives and junk in that shit. Yeah, there's mealworms in your food ring. He's getting particular on them too. He used to love the mealworms. Now he could care less. I'm going to get some clams and mussels. See if he'll like those. Some fishing worms, some night crawlers. It's cool when I catch him having a temper tantrum and trying to mess shit up. He can only do so much. Are you sulking? You might be sulking. Uh, Show him the pellet bag though, and he'll come right to life. Is that what you wanted? Yeah. Yep. Fucking pouts like a toddler till I give him a cookie. Now watch him not eat one. Oh, you fucking prick. Yeah, you got me, you bastard. Kind of sucks being outsmarted on a live stream by a goddamn fish. Yeah, I like them cheap. Fucking messing with the vining plants at the top of the water the other day. Tried pulling one under and fucking splashed me with about 3 cups worth of water. It'd be a pain in the ass having all them plants and a lid though. But I do risk him jumping out because that's a possibility. I got some plexiglass laying around. I could probably make like a little jump shield, like a wall around the top of the tank. I don't see him jumping too fucking high to get out, but you don't really have to. Because I've gotten him to come like the full, like there, from the tip of his face to there out of the water. Oh, that sucks, Jada. Sorry to hear that. My big black angelfish died a few months ago. Fucking debating getting any more angels in there, just consolidating my other fish tank, my 40-gallon, into the, well, mostly into the 70. I'd have to keep a couple of fish in the 40. They just aren't compatible with the fish. That are in the 70, the plecos specifically. Hi, Kathy Rebuilds. Thanks for stopping by. But I've wanted to do a goldfish pond outside for a few years now. Yeah, he eats good. He gets moody when I don't change his water, too. If I don't vacuum. Like, I noticed a couple of weeks ago I wasn't feeling good, so I let him go 2 days past where I would normally clean the sand. And the day I ended up cleaning it, he started swimming around and kicking things up and showing me exactly how dirty it was. It was kind of funny, but also horrifying because I'm like, fuck, there's a lot of nasty on the fucking sand. A lot of times, once it hits the sand, a lot of it kind of disappears. You got to really look. But once he starts kicking it up, you can't miss it. Got to get me a whole bigger sump, I think. Yeah, he's definitely letting me know, get the fuck off your ass and clean this shit up, dude. He's like, what the fuck am I paying you for? But he's cool. He's as cool as I was hoping I would get for an Oscar. Definitely got his own personality. Try that. This fucking reflection sucks. I wish the catfish would come out now at this time of day. They look kind of like three little circus clowns just swimming around in fucking circles trying to beat the next one to the piece of food. Yeah, he's colored down a little bit, and he's in the dark side too. I had to clean the filter, so I had to shut the pumps off for a couple minutes, like half an hour. Fucking put all new filter stuff in, new water. He gets a little bit moody sometimes. I don't think I got the exact pH. I was within a couple points though, so he can't really bitch. It was a couple decimal points, not like one whole fucking mark on the gauge. But yeah, he colors up and down. He gets dull sometimes. I freaked him out one day. He turned almost completely white. Fucking scared me. I was like, holy fuck, are you gonna die, dude? But yeah. All the dark color on him turned the same color as his belly. So he was like that tannish off-white and orange, and just looked kind of creepy. I'd never seen him get that pale. Yeah, he's cool, dude. He'll fucking, if you stick your face up to the glass, he'll come over and try to fucking bite your nose through the glass. My brother-in-law did it and almost fell over backwards because he fucking came over to the front of the glass so quick. I'm like, you ain't coming through it, dude. Relax. But yeah, he gets in moods where he just wants to be a dick. He'll just start trying to push over that bamboo plant there. So I had to run a zip strip across the brace and the top of the fucking thing so he wouldn't be able to tip it over, because he did tip it over before. I had a planter sitting in the tank too. He pulled right into the bottom, so I put it up there into the filter. He can't pull it in from there. But he does get let his inner 3-year-old run wild and have, tantrums every now and again. I had to put pieces of vinyl tubing on the edge of the brace because he was being a dick and scraping himself up on it. But yeah, sometimes he pops the top of the water like a bass. At night, scares my girlfriend. I'm like, come on, we've had him almost a whole year now. You should be used to that shit. Yeah, I just stuck my face up to the the tank, and here he comes right over to the front. Yeah, he certainly does. Yeah, he's at least 11 inches, is as close as I could get. He won't really hold still when I have a measuring device around. I thought about getting like a tape measure out of a sewing kit and just taping it across the front of the glass at the top. Yeah, he's thick though too. He's thicker than a 2x4. He's actually probably 2 full inches across, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, the tape measure, it's yellow, and he just wants to try getting it. He won't swim along the tank. So I think if I find, I have a black aluminum yardstick I could do it with too. I had it laying across the top of the tank to try to get him to, when he swims by at the top, to look down and get an estimate. And that's how I got the 11 inches, but I left it on top of there in hopes of just catching him for a more accurate look. And I forgot it. And about 2 hours after we turned the lights out, he ends up hitting the water and bumping this aluminum ruler that's laying across the tank, so it sounds like metal clanking, and she freaked the fuck out. What the fuck was that? I think it came from the filter. Dude, it's him hitting the thing. I'll get up and I'll fix it. But yeah, I think a tape measure, like a little rollout, what the fuck do they call them now? Tailor's tape. But yeah, he's hard to get to hold still. I don't want to grab him and take him out, and so if I ever have to move him, which I suppose I'm gonna have to eventually, I'll try to get a measurement then. But till then, it's just measure as close as possible. But yeah, they're a pretty hefty fish, and they live for a long time, so it could take a few years for him to actually get like 14 inches, which isn't bad because he sprouted up to 10 really fast. Actually, if I look around the house, I probably have one of those. Yeah, I tried, what the fuck was it? Chicken hearts? He didn't really like them. And when I went to get the cubed beef heart from PetSmart, they didn't have any in stock, but I've been keeping my eye out. But yeah, but I want to try to give them some worms, um, some live crickets, get some smaller ones to just get them used to catching live ones. Uh, but there's a bunch of shit like that he seems to like bugs. So he liked the soldier fly larva. I could try wax worms. He would probably eat the fuck out of live wax worms. Small dubia roaches maybe. But yeah, he had no problem with growth. I got him at 1.5 inches, and I was thinking I could keep him in my 20-gallon tank and grow him out, to like 6 or 7 inches, and it would be like 3, maybe 4 months. Yeah, hornworm, and they're soft, so he might like that. But there's a few things I can try like that. But yeah, within 2 months he was fucking 6 inches. 2.5 months, 7 weeks I think I had him in, or a month and 3 weeks I had him in the 20-gallon. Growing wasn't an issue. He sprouted up there. When he hit 8 inches, I started to get worried because I'm like, dude, you're getting fucking big really fast. But my girl's already planning on getting a bigger tank too, so he could live in this his whole life by himself, but I don't want to keep him by himself with the three catfish because I hardly ever see the catfish, and I could put a few other fish if I had him in like a 125, which would give me 2 extra feet in length from what I got now, and maybe a couple inches of depth too. But the length is what I'm after. Hello, Haley. Thanks for stopping by. This is the star of the show. He's being a little moody and just hanging out over here just to make me follow him. There you prick. But yeah, we just shoot the shit and show the fish. No specific topics. Well, unless it's the fish. I mean, I do have other fish tanks, but I don't have any fish that are as personable as him. I mean, there's one down there with tetras and corridoras and a blue gourami, but they all run and hide when I stick the phone in front of them. This guy, he takes it as a challenge. Yeah, I probably should have cleaned the glass. Another bitch. Oh, good. Stay in the bucket. Should find a way to play Jaws music in the background. I think someone suggested that before. Did you see your reflection? I bet you did, huh? Someone also suggested finding a camera to leave just pointed at this. Probably have to put it on the far end, but I don't know who would watch it. Oh fuck. 24-hour live stream of a moody, pouty, manipulative fish. Maybe lots of people. Yo, Will, what's up, brother? Oh, there the motherfucker is. Yo, R&D, what's up, man? Yeah, I got a couple. This one has the fewest fish and is the most amount of maintenance. But my 40-gallon is down here. It's kind of neglected because I'm fat and can't bend over and clean the glass as good as I'd like to, but fish are all good. The frogs, they're still fucking good. And then there's a bunch of fish in there I rarely see, but I'm sure they're good because when I moved shit last time to put the tank down there, they were all in there. But I got another one downstairs. I had to, I got the corner tank down there. Um, I got it with a shoddy old stand, so I ended up building one into the fucking wall in the corner of my living room. Basically built a little deck and a little corner deck and put the tank on there. But this is the quietest room, so this is where I do this at. Plus, most of the other fish just swim away. This guy tries to manipulate me to give him food, tries to mean mug all of us. Hi, BB. Good to see you, sweetie. Pigpen's being aloof. Otherwise, he would say hi too, probably. Well, let me mean mug him and get my face close. Yeah, here he comes. You gonna come over? Kinda. Yep. You stick your face up close. Yeah, dude, at first, because I mean, homemade, custom built my fucking overhead sump. And the first night, it was kind of like making me run to the bathroom every 15 or 20 minutes. But after that, man, because this was a lot louder than the other fish tank. But yeah, it is. And my girlfriend listens to like thunderstorms to go to sleep. So between the sound, it kind of sounds like you're sleeping next to a creek. Well, not so much right now because this is full. But like tomorrow or the next day, it'll evaporate a little bit, and there'll be a little space between the outflow pipe and the water, and it'll sound like a creek. But with the thunderstorm and rain, and then the sound of it's like you're sleeping in the fucking woods during a storm. It's awesome. But yeah, the first couple of nights it was making us both, I think, run to the bathroom. But after that, it's kind of just part of the ambiance. But it was louder too. When I first made it, it made a lot of water noise. I had to put a cap over the vent to stifle the air sucking in through the vent. Um, and then I think I even added like a little piece of sponge where it overflows out of the sump to kind of slow it just a little bit. But yeah, it did sound like a fucking bathtub filling up when I first set it up. Yeah, now it's like perfect. Allison doesn't bitch. She's like, oh no, it's nice. So as long as I'm keeping her happy, I'm good. I mean, I didn't mind the running bathtub sound. You get used to any fucking thing eventually, right? But it was too much for her. Yeah, so you don't get the tap, 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 tap. Yep. Shit, man, I use a piece of old filter sponge to scrub the inside of the glass when I can't find a good razor blade. It works really good. Yeah, yep. Or if somebody throws a fucking spoon into the sink and it happens to just hit that spoon, it's like riding a cymbal badly all night long. Yeah, I sleep with the fans running because I'm a fat kid, and the sound helps too. But I like it cool. But the sound, yeah, the white noise, that definitely helps too. Just the constant uh, droning of the fan. Yeah, I think that's the only. We got a couple of like tin awnings over the bedroom windows, and I think that's why she doesn't want to. Yeah, well, that might be annoying, Will. But I think the rain is why she wants to keep the aluminum fucking uh, awnings over the windows. The sound of it hitting the aluminum fucking slats of the awning. I'd like to get rid of them to let more sunlight in the windows in the afternoon, but she likes them. They do kind of look good on the house, but yeah, rain is always nice. You prick. You threatening me? All right, Will. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Don't start acting like I need to vacuum, dude. I just did that shit a couple hours ago. I will say he's kind of like any other animal, really. Like he sleeps and hangs out over here, and there's never any fish shit over here. There's a little bit of uneaten food. Most of the flow keeps it from collecting here, but I never see him shit over here either. It's always like from here that way. I mean, right there on top of that rock, that's a piece of shit. But never seen a piece over here. It's kind of weird. I just realized that. Apparently not, BB. I wasn't aware fish gave a shit. But I mean, if you think about it, most water has some kind of a current, so you know they probably don't. Not if they could help it. So you're a fairly clean fucker for being such a messy fucker. Your whole personality is a fucking paradox, Pigpen. Yeah, apparently. Selectively aware. Which means he's playing stupid, which is worse than actual stupidity, really. Like, I don't know, I think that makes me madder than if someone's really stupid. If they're playing dumb, like, motherfucker. I don't know if Will's still here, R&D, but it's cool he stopped by. I haven't seen Will in a while. Yep. Yeah, I'd love to see him with a couple other fish in there, but I don't feel comfortable putting them in this tank. So, but when I can, I got a couple of cool options other than another Oscar. I'm still worried about making baby Oscars that I'm going to end up getting stuck with. I'll have to consolidate everything into the 40 and the 20 to have the 70 to raise baby Oscars in. And get something bigger, I'd have to put them in this 75 too. I'd have a fuckload of Oscar tanks. That thought frightens me. Because they've been in the fish tank hobby a long time, and they're pretty tough fish, and they can tolerate a lot of abuse before they die, and I don't want to just give them away, to anybody. It's like having a bunch of big snakes and just selling them to whoever wants a big snake. There's a lot of people out there that shouldn't have, shit like that. They shouldn't have any snakes, let alone a big snake. But people think that they can keep it in the 20-gallon. They only grow as big as the tank. No, they don't, dude. Yeah, they could grow as big as the fucking tank itself, but the size of the tank does not determine how big the fish gets. If that was the case, I wouldn't have had to fucking move them. Huh? Yeah, just a second. Alright. You're good. Dude, don't be acting like you want me to feed you. I did feed you a little while ago and you didn't eat any of it. Had to clean it out of there. It's starting to sink. Here. I'll give you a single pellet. Yeah, see? See here, act like you want food. Well, here's two. There's two. Are you gonna eat them? Okay. Bastard. Always gotta fuck with me, dude. Yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't put out too many leaves and just reaches for the air. So, because the leaves under the surface of the water tend to yellow and die. Just a little more work for me. I mean, it might be something he could fuck up, but give him a little bit of a stress reliever. But yeah, it would be cool if they grow up and I have to end up moving that because it's going to end up hitting the brace, that one on the left there. But yeah, that would be cool. I mean, it only had one top on it when I got it. There's like 3 or 4 coming out of there now. Yeah, 4. That was in the fucking Home Depot clearance rack. They were $5 a pop, growing in water in like a little test tube with a rubber stopper with a hole in it. I got it for $1, 2 of them. So I got two of them for $2, and they were the longest ones they had, and they stuck out of the 20-gallon real nice because that's only like 16 inches deep, I think. This is almost 2 feet. It's like 4 more inches deeper, and they just barely stuck out. That's why I put them in a pot and tried to keep it on top of the sand. But yeah, it would be cool if they get long and tall quick and don't put out a whole lot of leaves. But they probably will, which is fine. They come right off. We'll let them turn yellow. But I do got to do something. My kid's interested in some plants. I don't know how many he can successfully keep in his room or at his mother's house. Because I do know they got a lot of trees around the house. But I'm trying to see what he wants. And then I can make cuttings and transplant and do other shit. Kind of consolidate my plant collection down. So I can, give the attention that the ones I really, really want to keep. Because they're starting to look a little neglected. Just letting grow wild and shit. But my Monstera is getting big. I think I'm going to repot it into a bigger pot, but I'm going to propagate a piece of it or two. I don't know if I'm going to stick it in the same pot or try to give them away or what the fuck I'm going to do. Well, with the fish and like literally every room in the house has plants in it. The kitchen, the living room, mom-in-law's room, the hallway inside the front door, the fucking hallway coming up the stairs, there's a ledge there, I got grow lights. This room, our bathroom up here, there's literally plants in every goddamn room. In my closet, with the snakes, the walk-in closet. So yeah, I definitely need to thin the herd out a little bit. I would like to find a way to keep, well, the one downstairs is even worse, but keep this kind of a set from getting too crazy. But I'd also have to learn to just throw away cuttings, which is hard. Because just a couple of fucking, like a week or two in some water and that'll be a whole new plant. But I got cuttings I got to get rid of. I don't have no room in a fish tank. But when I do get them a bigger tank, like this thing is, like shoulder high to me. So that's like 5 feet right there. I'm gonna make it so it's maybe 4 feet from the ground to the top of the tank, and downstairs the living room is a high ceiling. I'll have a lot more room, probably 4 whole feet, maybe more, to put a trellis or something and let the roots be in the fish tank. But instead of letting them grow over the top like this and grow crazy, let them grow up a trellis around the back of the fish tank. I'm going to try that. But something a little bit shorter. It'll be a little easier to fucking clean and maintain too. But I told myself that with the 70, and that ended up being just like 3 inches shorter than the old stand when I wanted to make it 6 inches shorter. But yeah, it would look cool. Especially if I put it in the north corner in the living room. I could put a little piece between the window and the corner, and then from the corner to the end of the fish tank, and then have it like that whole little corner look like a little Amazon jungle scene. But I would like to get one of the Monstera cuttings growing out of this too. Even just a few of those would be badass, because they're a fairly big, thick vine, so you wouldn't have to have, 100 separate vines making this insanely hard to untangle net. It would look a lot neater. Son bitch. There we go. But yeah, Allie's down with something like that too. Yo, way up, dude. What's up, bud? Do that. And that. That's my fish. Don calls him the Slayer fish. Jeff Pigpen Hanneman. But he's the star of the show. We just shoot the shit and look at the fish. Talk about plans and shit. But, I mean, I do have other tanks. There's one down here, my 40-gallon. I got some African door frogs, clown plecos, coolie loaches, corridors, shit like that. I might take most of the fish out of that and put them in the one in the living room. I got a 70-gallon corner tank down the living room. Some of them fish have been with me for the whole 6 years or so, 5 years I've had fish, and they're starting to die off now. So I'm going to probably consolidate some of these guys downstairs. I do got to get that thing off of the bottom though. I want to get it higher off the floor so it's easier to siphon water out and stuff like that, easier to clean it. My fat ass don't like getting down on my knees, and then that's not so bad. Getting off my knees back up is hard. Gravity is a bitch. Well, gravity's making me its bitch, I should say. But yeah, this is his house. I do have 3 catfish in there with him, but well, there's one, the tail. You can see his tail there on the other side of that little cave. And this guy, you can see the stripe, the white stripe. That's a fucking fish. Oh, Jesus Christ, baby. Yeah. We, Rubble loves the, it's a stuffingless stuffed animal. It's just the outside, and they put a squeaker in the fucking head of it. And it don't matter if it's meant for a mastiff. Within 5 minutes, this dog will get that goddamn squeaker out and leave the rest of the toy alone. So now you got, it's basically a sock on the floor, a fuzzy sock on the floor, and we got this fucking laminated wood, you know, snapped together flooring. I don't know what I did to my knee, but it fucking hurt. Anyway, I'm walking out and I step on it and I go down on my other knee, not the bad one, but the other one. So now I'm sitting there walking like a 90-year-old fucking man needing knee replacements. Like, god damn it, that hurt so bad. Just literally went from standing to slamming my knee down on the floor. Goddamn dog toys will kill you. That or the cat when I'm going up the stairs or down the stairs. That motherfucker, he'll almost kill you on the stairs and then he'll want to cuddle with you when you get upstairs and lay on the bed. Yeah. I remember fucking, yeah, dude. When my grandparents raised me when I was in high school, I'd go out and get drunk, right? Well, my my dad, my grandpa, he raised fucking four hell raising boys before I came along. You know, he knew all the tricks. But he didn't bother to try locking me out or nothing because he knew I'd MacGyver my fucking ass into the second floor window somehow. But he would booby trap me. He knew I would take my fucking shoes off outside on the front porch or the back porch. And either way, either door I came in, I had to go through the living room to get to my bedroom, to get to the stairs. So somewhere in the middle of the pitch black living room, he had this footstool, and it was like a literal stool. It had four legs. It wasn't just, you know. So there's four wooden legs sitting there in the middle of the fucking floor. And I'm trying to be sneaky, walking through the living room, and bam, run my toe into that. I'll end up tripping over it most of the time, making a lot more fucking noise than I really intended to. But he would catch me coming in every time with that thing, and he never left it in the same place twice. He was a devious bastard, man, I'm telling you. It was funny, but looking back on it, it was funny. But I think I got a couple of fucked up toes now because of that shit. But yeah, he was good at it too. I fucking tried to walk between the couch and the coffee table, and he would put it in between the fucking couch and the coffee table. Like any new thing I did to try to, you know, get around his booby trap, he would fucking catch on and do something else. It was funny. And the nights that he didn't catch me, that it was a surprise, he caught me sleeping in the chair in the living room, he would make sure I got my ass upstairs before my grandmother found me. Yeah, he let me know, you know what I mean? He let me know he wasn't a clueless old fucker. He was in the know. Remember, my buddy, he used to sell weed, and he got a quarter pound, and he took it out of the bag and dumped it into a Tupperware bowl that he kept. And he tucked it under his arm and walked in the house, and my grandfather stopped him and told him he knows what that is, and you better roll a joint and come and smoke it with him. And my buddy thought he was kidding. But I said, well, roll one, take it down, see what he does. And yep, fucking Pop sat there and smoked that whole fucking joint all by himself. Everybody didn't know what to say. I'm like, what are you going to say to him? He'll hit you with a cane. Don't fuck with him. Just let him smoke the joint. He'll leave us alone tonight, bud. But had a bunch of friends over. Pop had emphysema, so he shouldn't have been smoking that joint to begin with, but he had oxygen. And we had this fucking kid, Mikey Flynn, was same age as me, but a foot shorter than me and 100 pounds lighter than me, and just small for his age. He comes over, and my pop has got the oxygen on, and the kid's asking him, well, what's that do for you? He's like, oh man, it gives you a buzz. He's like, does it? And it kind of does, you know, it makes you a little lightheaded, you know, fresh oxygen. It'll relax you a little bit. Well, he got this kid taking deep breaths through his nose and out his mouth for about fucking, I don't know, 5 minutes. When he was done, his lungs were like virgin lungs. So my pop told him, now you go outside, man, when you take a hit off of that joint, you're going to get twice as fucking high. Kid's like, really? He goes, yeah, go ahead. So we all went outside to smoke a joint, and that kid took a big old haul off of that thing. And like I said, his lungs were like they were brand new. And he started coughing. I thought he was going to lose a fucking eye. Coughed his ass off for about 7 minutes straight. And then he stands up, gets his wind. He's like, hey man, your grandpa was. I'm like, bro, you were just oxygen deprived for like fucking 7 minutes. You're a little brain damaged now. You're not extra high. That poor dumb motherfucker. Like, yeah, you didn't get extra high, dude. You just almost went brain dead. Like, you're fucking lucky. You don't listen to that guy. Look at him. He didn't look trustworthy. Like, dude. He was kind of grandpa that if he caught you trying to stick a penny in the light socket, he would be like, dude, the butter knife or a fork would work better, right? He didn't want you to do anything half-assed. And if you're going to do something stupid, what better way to learn than to just do it? Suffer the consequences, and then you'll learn not to do that stupid shit. Not a whole lot, Carly. Just shooting the shit about how devious my grandpa was. Yeah, my grandpa died at 65. He looked like he was 85, though. Uh, Lifelong drinker and smoker, emphysema, skin cancer, lung cancer. Uh, Shit. Since he was 45, they've been telling him he'll be lucky to make 5 years. He went 20. Yeah, if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. That was his motto, man. He he used to tell me, boy, you're never gonna be handsome, so you better be handy. I'm like, well, fuck you, man. I'm gonna grow my hair to my ass, and I'm gonna grow my beard, and at least look kind of like a fucking teddy bear. Maybe somebody will like that, you prick. God damn you, Pop. Can't be handsome, you better be handy. Nothing like brutal honesty, you old prick. Yeah, he was fun though, man. Yeah. Some people, they just, they're like, oh fuck, we gave her that shit too soon. We ain't ready. Yeah, it's funny because I'll stand here and I'll hit the cart and I'll just blow it straight and it'll go across the top of the water. He looks like he's investigating it. But not always. But there he goes. I just blew it and he started to move a little. Yeah, I remember somebody telling me uh, when my grandfather died, oh, he's in a better place now. I'm like, look, dude, I don't have any belief in that shit. But did you know the man? Because if he went anywhere, he went south. And I said, it's been 3 days. He's probably running that fucking place now, Like, what are you talking about? In better place? I said, he's probably in hell, but he's running it at this point, I said, I bet he's got a cooler full of cold beer sitting next to him. But yeah, he was a great guy, but he could be fucking mean. Yeah, I don't know, man. I haven't tried feeding him weed. Uh, the cat likes to hang out with me when I'm smoking. I don't blow it at him, but he does like to be close, and he don't mind if the shit drifts his way. My dog, he doesn't. Like, he won't be anywhere fucking near me. Yeah, yeah, Carly, exactly. All right, here. Yeah, my cat's weird. I spent like $20 on a couple of pots of catnip for him, and I forget what percentage of all cats in the world have no interest or are affected by catnip, and he's one of them motherfuckers. He looked at it and was like, "That's cool. What the fuck is that for?" Oh yeah, that ain't cool. I had a fucking cat that ate my stash, but he would just lay around stoned as hell. Mom-in-law's German Shepherd, and he was a big German Shepherd, like a 130-pound German Shepherd. He ate a pan full of weed brownies, and he slept for like 12 hours. And when he got up, he went right to the door. Yeah, he spent a good portion of his morning shitting his brains out. But he was alright. But he ate the whole fucking pan, like a 9 by 13 pan. I had a lizard that liked to eat weed. He would stick his face in the fucking steamroller too. Leroy. Yeah, yeah, BB. They were fucking scared as hell. And like he slept soundly. Like mom-in-law's like, if he wasn't snoring so fucking loud all night, I wouldn't have known whether he was dead or not. He just laid there still as hell, just snoring. But yeah, uh, father-in-law woke up like 4:30 to get ready to go to work. The dog got up with him, went to the door. It was like, dude, let me the fuck outside. So we let him outside, and yeah, as soon as he hit the grass, man. Yeah, yeah, dark chocolate's the worst, and the like baker's chocolate is even worse. The higher the cacao, the worse it is for the dog. The percentage. But yeah, my cat would eat the fucking weed. The lizard would eat it too, but he would only eat it if it was out. The cat would rip the fucking bag up and eat it. Yeah, you gotta watch a lot of different shit, man. I'm even leery of giving them nuts because I don't know what, because they could have weird nut allergies like us, I heard too. But I don't want them getting fucking stuck in their throat either. Dogs are kind of piggish. Oh shit. Okay. You want a couple more of these, dude? No? Maybe? I know garlic is something you could give to fish to help with, I think, worming. You get quarantine fish, or if you get them in and you want to make sure they're not sick. Uh, yeah. Yo, Goth, what's up, brother? How you been, man? Oh yeah, yeah. Weather starts getting nice. I'm sure business picks up exponentially. I wonder if I put a little bit of flake into the flow of the sump, I could draw these catfish out. Yeah, yep. Garlic's good. I like garlic. What are you doing over there? You gonna start tearing up at the fucking roots, dude? Gobies are one of those fucking fish that there's a whole lot of different types of them, man. There's some of them are really cool fish. Some of them are salt and brackish. I think there's a couple of freshwater species, but I got uh those gouramis are a little bit too big to be putting with the couple that I know of. Yeah, yeah, dude, they don't fuck around. I know saltwater, there's something called an engineer goby, and they come out looking like they're gonna fuck you up. It's like, dude, there's a lot of fish that could just eat you, but I don't think you would fucking sit well in the stomach. Well, it's a good looking saltwater fish, but yeah, very territorial little shits. Yeah, he is beefy. He's a thick fish. Yeah, yeah, they move shit around. He will too. This rock here has been moved a few times. Since it's settled into the sand, he hasn't moved it too much, but those he moves too. Those plants. Oh yeah, the plants, Carly. I put on like you could see that right there. It's a little weighted plant thing from plastic plants. So I zip tied the Anubias, which doesn't like to be buried. I zip tied it to them, so if he wants to move it, he can move it, and it's easy enough that he probably won't rip out too many leaves, and he hasn't. It's only been a couple of missing leaves, and they were probably weak ones anyway. But he can move them wherever he wants. I made it that way, so maybe he would take out his aggression on that and not rip so much of the shit off the top. Because, like, right there up against that rock, that's a piece of leaf that I gotta get out of there. He pulled off. Yeah, gobies are super cool. And like I said, there's a shitload of them, so you could get, like, almost any kind of cool color pattern that you want in a fish. Alright, I'm back. I had to put my test kit away. Yeah, they're very cool little industrious fish. I like shell dweller cichlids too. Little mini dwarf cichlids that live in clamshells. Very cool little bastards. They all defend their own little shell. Raise their babies in them. I wouldn't mind doing a tank of those eventually. I don't know if he eats them, but I know he likes to tear them up. Yeah, octopus are fucking awesome. They're really smart. They're kind of one of those things you need to have by themselves. Because, yeah. But, and they got small species too, so you could, get one that's manageable. You just got to make sure you got no way for that motherfucker to get out of the tank. Yeah. Oh, there you go. You are eating it. Oh, you spit it out. Just to go back and get it again? To spit it out. Okay, you double checked. But the cloud of dust is why you're named Pigpen. You know that, right? You messy prick. What? Something end up over there? Where the fuck did that go? I'd like to get that out of there. If you're not gonna eat it. Oh, shit hole. I bet it ended up behind there. Oh no, there it is. Sweet. Yeah, get out of there. There we go. Yeah, that's I had a snail infestation in my 40 gallon and the 70 gallon because I got some plants online and I didn't listen to the seller that I got them from and clean them off with some peroxide to kill the fucking snails, because they do have snails in their plant tanks. Pest snails to be specific, because they do a really good job. They just breed like a motherfucker. But yeah, I noticed one a couple days after I put the plants in there, and then a month later there's like 100 of them. And then a couple months later there's a few hundred of them. So I bought assassin snails to eat them, which are those guys right there, but they burrow down into the sand a lot of the time too. And they help keep it a little more oxygenated and stirred up. But now I have tons of those breeding in both those, the 40 and the 70. But they level out eventually because they'll turn cannibal because they eat other snails. Yeah, there's a bunch of tangs too. Tangs, triggerfish. I like triggerfish. I like the moray eels and the tessellata eel. There's a lot of cool fish you could get for saltwater. I'm just not ready for that kind of investment or in time and or money. Saltwater is good enough right now. Probably forever, honestly. Oh no shit, Don's live? Oh, I kind of thought he would come back on. What's up, Jasper? Yeah, I got another 20 minutes here before I gotta leave anyway, so I don't know. Once I'm done, I might listen to him on the way. Yeah, yeah. The Corydoras catfish that I have little fucking switchblade things that come out of their cheeks, these little fucking razor things that actually made me bleed when I transferred them into the other tank. The Pleco does too. That guy got hooked up on me. He didn't make me bleed, but he did just puncture the skin and I had to pull it out. But yeah, they're pretty fucked up. I'd like to get some freshwater puffer fish. They got some really small ones that only get like an inch or an inch and a half long called pea puffers. You get a little school of them. I already got fucking snails I could feed to them, but they're cool little fish. But you can get other ones too that get a little bigger. But there's brackish water, which I might try, which is like a hybrid between fresh and salt. Yeah, and most of the, well, no, all the catfish I got are armored too. The Raphael cats, you could see the spikes on them. Uh, the plecos are armored catfish. The cories are armored catfish, little spiny fuckers. They always get stuck in the net. Yeah, yeah. There's even a freshwater moray eel. I think there's only the one species of those, and most of the freshwater eels aren't technically eels. Some of them are, but like the fire eel, the electric eel, those are more. Those are related to knife fish. But I had a couple little uh, the fuck were they called? Peacock eels. They didn't do too good though. They didn't look too healthy when I got them from Petco. But ugh, there are some that they're at least called eels. They look enough like a fucking eel, but they're knife fish. But there is a that freshwater moray eel. Those things look just like a saltwater moray in miniature. I mean, they still get like 3 or 4 feet long, but yeah, the species only tank. Yeah, puffers can be. I mean, you might get lucky, and you got one that's cool, but it's yeah, it's a gamble. I mean, PetSmart has some good people in their fish department, so I try to like if I get fish, I wait till one of them got 2 or 3 people are there. Uh, PetSmart is okay, but I basically have to make my own decision on which fish looks okay. You know what I mean? I got I got Pigpen from PetSmart. I think he was the first one to come up when I put my finger on the glass. Yeah, at least a little bit, man. Uh, and you got to get complacent and check things and your water parameters and your temperature. Make sure your stuff is working. I would love to be able to go no tech because that's where shit goes wrong most of the time. You know, the heater will fucking malfunction and electrocute the water and kill your fish, or overheat the water, or stop working and not heat the water. And tropical fish are temperamental when it comes to the temperature. Oh, well, I use tap water, but I gotta dechlorinate the tap water. I gotta adjust the pH levels and shit in it. It's literally like bathroom's fucking chemistry lab. But yeah, we got city water too, municipal water. A well would be a little bit easier. Could also, which I heard is really good for fish tanks, catch rainwater. But I've never done that. I've never met anyone personally that's done that, but I know it's good for plants. Yeah, almost. Almost got. But yeah, that is one gimmick. Yeah, I mean, I try to make sure everything's good for them. I mean, living in a box isn't the best fucking. Yeah, dude, rainwater's good. Um, I found a bunch of seeds. I think I gotta remember where I stuck them, but I'm gonna try a few. I should start fucking germinating right now. Actually, probably should already had them germinated. But yeah, I was collecting it for my plants, man. They fucking love it because I could give it to the regular house plants with no problem, and I could give it to the carnivorous plants with no problem because I can't have any high mineral content in the water for the carnivorous plants, and the rainwater is perfect. But yeah, I used to have a couple of 50-gallon garbage cans that I bought just to collect the rainwater. Yeah, yeah. I think my mother-in-law accidentally used tap water to top off my sundew plants, and yeah, they burned right up. They died within a week. So I got to get new sundews, maybe. I do like them. I could get temperate ones. I could keep outside with the fly traps, but I want to make a bog, something that'll basically take care of itself for the most part. You just have to cover it over with straw in the wintertime. So they don't freeze solid, which is how I killed them last couple of years ago. Last year, I think, actually. Oh yeah. I remember being on a tile job one time, and it's in an old house in Saratoga, New York. It's like on the historic registry. This place. So the only thing that looks modern really is like the TV and the fucking appliances. They have all like antique furniture in this place and shit. And we're doing the tile. We're doing the backsplash in the kitchen and two bathrooms. And my buddy Carl is grouting the backsplash, and there's guys outside pressure washing the outside of the house, and the fucking window's open. And it's only open like 3 inches, but Carl gets shot in the fucking face with the fucking pressure washer through the screen. Like, it didn't hurt, but it scared the shit out of him. He starts bitching at the pressure washer guy, and Carl's yelling at him, telling him the fucking window's open. The guy's like, well, I didn't open the fucking window. We came through, told you guys we were going to be doing this. Whoever opened the fucking window should have shut it. Carl's trying to blame the pressure washer guy for the window being open. I'm like, Carl, stop, dude. Just shut the fuck up. Like, somebody opened that fucker, you know? You or the other guy opened it. It ain't the pressure washer guy's fault, you know? Like, fuck, dude. He's got nothing to do with coming in the house. There's a screen with, storm window screen with a little latch. He can't open it from outside. He didn't fucking touch the window. He couldn't shut it even if he noticed it was open. Like, stop it. Making yourself look really fucking dumb, Carl. But we had a guy we were teaching how to do the tile work, and the first rule is you don't dump any dirty water any fucking where close to the house, on the lawn, in the flower beds. You take it off into the fucking woods, or you take it into a storm drain or something. You dump the dirty water somewhere where it's not going to be a fucking issue. Guys throwing it out. Grout. Fucking grout water, white grout. Throwing the water out on the back fucking lawn. We go to leave, there's this big white stretch of fucking grout colored grass. Like, dude, that was his last fucking day. We had another kid, he was there exactly 2 days. The second day, he left the drain plug for the saw on the fucking, on the porch. And we get to a different job the next day, and my boss is like, where the fuck is the plug for the fucking saw? Kid's like, oh man, I might have left it on the porch at that other job yesterday. So we had to improvise that day, and we went and got it that afternoon on the way home. But fuck, man, that kid, 2 days. It's like, you can't be doing shit like that, man. We gotta let you go. I was like, fuck, dude. That's not that bad. Like, I forgot to throw the fucking tool bucket in the truck one day, and we get 45 minutes away to the job, and we got no fucking hand tools. So I had to drive fucking an hour and a half. 45 minutes back, 45 minutes to the job again to get the tools. You didn't fucking fire me. Well, it's different, man. What, I'll beat you up? I don't know. But that was funny. Yeah, it was really fucking weird how that guy decided to fire people. One of the other guys that was setting with us, laying tile, he liked to go fast and didn't like to double check his work. You go 3 or 4 rows and check to make sure you're staying level. He's like, nah, it's good, man. The bottom row is perfectly level. Everything will be level on top, bro. This is fucking hand molded tile. It won't be fucking level on top. All right, Carly, have a good night. Yeah, I've only got a few more minutes. I got to split. Gotta go get the little lady. Oh, fuck. Time is it? Anywho. Dumbass. Yeah, we'll call it quits right now. I'll try to be live more, but I've had some fucking home fucking issues with the basement flooding and shit, so but we're under control now. I should be able to go live a little more frequently, but yeah, Jesus Christ, I don't miss those days. I used to have to get up at fucking 3:30 or 4 o'clock at the latest and then leave the house at 5 to get to work at 7. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming in.